Hi there, friends. Vasco here for a quick rundown of the Coach Your Product Owner course that we released, the version 1.0, just a few days ago. So in this video, we cover what is in that course and also how can you participate in version 2.0 coming up soon. So here's the rundown. My name is Vasco Duarte. I'm also the host of the Scrum Master Toolbox podcast, and many of the techniques and practices we talk about in this course were actually also referred to in the podcast. So it all started because I was a junior product owner in 2004. I was transitioning from project management and product management into the product owner role, and I must say I was totally lost. But I also learned a lot. And I learned about the key problems, and that's what we're going to talk about, the key problems we face as product owners, and also some tools that actually worked for me. And the goal of this course is to help you Scrum Masters and Agile coaches to work with your product owners to help them go through this learning journey that we all need to go through much faster than I did way back when. And in this course, we will have concrete tools, handouts, and exercises you can run with your product owner. You can email me at any time with questions or thoughts about the course, and I'll be available for those of you that join the course later on to answer any questions. Here are the 9 modules, and I'm going to go through these modules one by one and tell you the 3 most important points or 4 that each course has. But important thing is that this is version 1.0, and in version 2.0 we will include more modules as we learn more about the challenges and the problems you face when working with product owners or as a product owner. So here's module number 1. Module number 1 is about product owner anti-patterns and how to help them get out of those negative patterns. We talk about the 7 stages of product ownership, the most common anti-patterns, and also a great tool that I've used in my career a lot, the coaching questions that you can use to help product owners evolve and learn the very difficult role that they have ahead of them. In Module 2, we will talk about the transition of product managers to product owners. What's the new role about and what does that mean for product managers? Also, how to make sure that the product managers keep the other stakeholders happy because they still need to have their questions answered. And one thing that we will talk a lot about in the course and also in this Module 2 is how to work better with the team, product owners working better with the team, and take advantage of a productivity multiplier, which we call collaboration. Now, in Module 3, we will talk about metrics, actionable versus vanity metrics. Also, we will start by talking about why product owners are like and need to behave like entrepreneurs. This is one of the things that I find the most puzzling is that I see a lot of product owners acting as requirement managers, and this is a problem for us, for teams, for Scrum Masters, for Agile coaches. So we need to help them think like entrepreneurs and act like entrepreneurs. We will talk about what are good and bad metrics to measure product success. I mean, without that, we can't really be successful, right? And the one trick you need to know to benefit from those metrics. Now, in Module 4, we talk about doing the right things, understanding and communicating customer needs. We'll talk about the unintuitive way to find customer needs. And here's a hint. Do not look at your competitors. They're probably as lost as we are. So let's not look at them for ideas. Let's look at what the customers are doing already, maybe. And there's a trick on how to do that. Then the traveling salesman workshop example. This is a workshop exercise I use a lot with the product owners that go through my course. And I help them understand how important it is to communicate customer needs, but also how to communicate those customer needs. So that's what we will cover in this example. And we will explain why the user stories are really the engine of collaboration for teams and product owners. Then in Module 5, we talk about how to roadmap so that neither the CEO or other stakeholders or the team hate you. Roadmaps are like the new project plan. It's really like waterfall again. It's unbelievable how roadmaps are taken in product development these days. It's almost like looking at the old project plans. And the problems that brings are huge, of course. Now, we also cover the key questions that roadmaps answer and how to answer the same questions without the traditional roadmap. There will be 2 tools that we will review in this module. It's probably one of the longest modules in terms of content, there will be two tools that you can use to promise goals, not tasks. It's an important aspect, and achieve anything that you want to achieve on time, never be late. So that's what we cover in Module 5. Now, in Module 6, we talk about the prioritization process, a quick and impactful method to prioritize the backlog. The most common prioritization techniques, which we also review in the course, actually fail often, so we don't want to do that. So we want to focus on prioritization meetings that do not lead to conflict. So how to avoid conflicts, how to involve more stakeholders than ever, because prioritization is first and foremost about buy-in, right? Otherwise the team will be thrashing all over the place, not knowing where to go. So we need to involve more stakeholders than ever, but do the prioritization in minutes, not hours. And there's a method in this course module for you to do that. Then we will also talk about how to size backlog items without estimation in a way that drives collaboration. So why estimation doesn't work, we'll cover that. How to answer questions that lead to estimation without actually estimating. And those questions are important, but the method needs to be different. And also we will cover a simple sizing technique that does not involve estimation of cost, effort, or duration at all. And as a result of using that technique, it will reduce project risk massively. So really good stuff in that module, my favorite module for sure. Now, in Module 8, we talk about defining the perfect sprint goals. And this is something I see people forget so often. Sprint goals are critical to self-organization and team performance. So why aren't we using those? So we'll talk about that, the characteristics of good sprint goals. And no, it's not SMART. It's not the SMART mnemonic that we are going to use. So there's a completely different approach to making good sprint goals. And also how to turn the daily meetings into great experiences for your team members without using sprint goals. By the way, this same approach for daily meetings is something that involves the product owner right from the start. Really useful way to get the product owner interested in what the team is working on. And Module 9, quickly crafting acceptance criteria. How to explain the role of the acceptance criteria to the product owner, what makes good acceptance criteria, a method that helps you quickly craft. This is important. Quickly craft acceptance criteria with the product owner. And on top of that, we'll talk about a method for you to improve this method further to fit your specific project context. So this is an important module for the course. Also because acceptance criteria is one of the key tools for the product owner to delegate the responsibility of delivery to the team. So really good stuff for us also in this module. And there you have it. Email me if you have questions. If there's a module that you are really, really interested in, just email me. Ask a specific question. I'll definitely answer that. And give me feedback. Are these the modules you would like to see in this kind of course? If they are, great. If they're not, then what is the problem you're facing that this course doesn't address yet? And we'll definitely do that in version 2. In version 2, we will release more modules based on the feedback we get from you. So there you have it, everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and keep scrumming.